Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect Irish traditional potato leek soup, okay? Now, one thing we'll need for this is a big bag of lovely potatoes, or white spuds or whatever you want to call them. Then, our leeks. These are about £1.50 in the shop. These are about £1.70. About 75 to 100 grams of butter. Doesn't matter if it's salted or not, to me anyway. White pepper. Some salt, some stock. If you want to use vegetable, you can. If you want to use chicken, you can. Let's get started. So first of all, I've got my 3 leeks here and I've taken off the rotten bits. So now I've taken off the rotten bits, what I'm going to do is just roughly chop them. Doesn't really matter how roughly they're chopped, as long as they're all sort of equal, just so it cooks equally. There, you know yourself. Now get our bag of potatoes. These are also starting to go off. That's needle for you. Okay, now we're just going to peel our potatoes. You can always make it nicer as well. You could use parsley for an extra wee bit of colour. You could also, almost bit there, get your pot on to medium heat, and then what we'll do is you really should fry off the leeks first, but it doesn't really matter because of the way I'm cooking this. Add in a bit of veg oil and about 100 grams of butter. And we'll just okay, so just heating up some butter here. This is where, if you wanted to, you could be a bit creative. Could have fried all some bacon and then deglazed that with the stock as well. Start to roll our veg. So some salt, some thyme. This is more of a traditional recipe, but you could also add in garlic, add in nutmeg. So just gonna let this cook off for a while with the lid on it for about 10-15 minutes on medium heat. Okay, so this has been cooking now on medium heat for about 40 minutes, which is a bit longer than it should have been. See, the potatoes really starting to mush down. Okay, and then I've got a liter of veg stock here. I'm just gonna pour that in. Poured in half a liter. I'm trying to deglaze the bottom of it a wee bit. Remember as well, we are going to be blending it, so now we just take our immersion blender and it's popping away there. It's like a bomb. So we need to be careful. Nice and blended. Want to add a bit more stock into it, just to get a nicer consistency. You remember the darker leeks from earlier? I'll just add them back in now. Okay, that's that. We'll let this cook off for another 15-20 minutes and then come back and do a test. Okay, so once again, I'm actually not well, so sorry, but at least I'm making potato leek soup. It's quite plain, but it's good for whenever you're not feeling well, so just going to have a taste of it quickly. Then add some salt and pepper to taste. So, like I said, I do have some spring onions in the fridge, so I'm going to use them just for an extra bit of oomph. It's very common to put fried bacon lardons on top of it as a garnish. Some people even put garlic bread on it as well, but we're trying to have some cheap soups for winter warming. Okay, and then there you go. So our potato and leek soup, I just put on a bit of freshly cracked black pepper and some spring onions. Just give it a bit more of a kick. And yeah, it's really gorgeous, really simple soup. Now, obviously there's no bacon in this, and there's no cream in this. And there's other things you could do. You could put in a wee bit of nutmeg as well, to give it more of an earthy flavour. Or even some carrot. But it's perfect the way it is. And for soup it only has like 4 ingredients, not including herbs and spices and salt. It's pretty darn good, like, so. But yeah, no wonder it's a good hangover and sick cure. It's good Irish classic.